And instead of trying to motivate yourself, try to indoctrinate yourself, try to get yourself to do something that you don't want to do, which is live the life that you're in right now. What if you trust your body and go where you're alive? So we were walking down towards the beach, and when we enter the jungle, there is a sign. It's like I think it's supposed to be like a wind sock to tell like surfers or whatever which way the wind is blowing.
Right.
And it sticks up through the trees taller than the jungle, and it looks like a man
with a massive erection,
with a massive heart-on. Just like this, you know, and the thing going this way is almost taller than the man, you know. And you know, here in Brazil, in Portuguese, they have this word called Tesao, and it really means like you could say erection, or you could say turn on, or you could say being horny. But I think of it, I use it to mean like an unmistakable desire. Like a physical desire, like you feel it in you. And so, you know, we go to enter the jungle, we pay homage to the, you know, to the great man of Tesao before we enter the jungle on our way to the ocean.
Some may have seen it on my Instagram.
And
featured a couple of times.
Today it wasn't there.
He's gone.
He was gone. He had fallen, he had been taken, and
probably by a politically correct movement. Since we've got to take him down.
Yeah, maybe by some feminists. I don't know. And anyway, he was gone, and it made me think of our brothers who are out there who've lost their Tesao, like lost their heart on for life,
their zest,
their you know, and it's a great metaphor.
Yeah,
you know, it's a great metaphor.
He's gone, or.
Well, hard on for life.
Right.
You know? Like a lot of guys, they're not turned on by the world they're living in, by the life that they're living. And they try to make themselves happy.
Right.
They try to
deal with it.
Cope with it somehow.
Yes.
Let me get through the day. Let me be positive. Let me get motivated, you know? Let me try to get hard. You know, like when you're with a woman and you think, well, I should be excited for her, and you're not. You're just not.
The penis never lies.
And you can try to make yourself be excited for her. Like a lot of guys are like this for life. You know, let me try to motivate myself for the life I'm living. Well, consider, like, if you don't fucking have this energy for life, maybe it's the wrong life.
Yes.
Maybe the life that you're living is not the life that you're meant to live.
Right.
And instead of trying to motivate yourself, try to indoctrinate yourself, try to get yourself to do something that you don't want to do, which is live the life that you're in right now. What if you trust your body and go where you're alive, and let that create your new life?
Yes.
You know, I think of men who could be on the other side of divorce or some kind of massive business failure or something, and you know, and who have an opportunity to just start all over again. But really, everyone, to a certain extent, is in that situation.
Do you think that I think the concept of Tesao is great. I heard it first from you, and I thought it's fantastic. Do you think that men are losing their Tesao, or do they stop listening to it? Do they not cultivate it anymore? Like men, say the man that's out of the divorce, in your experience working with men, are they still in touch with it and like ignoring that? Or?
Well, I think we start losing touch with it from the time that, you know, that we're born in a culture, in a civilization that, you know, is training us to be civilized.
Right.
You know, you have a desire to go climb a tree, but it's not That's not part of the teacher's agenda.
Right.
Right? Stop. Hey, wake up. In a world where wake up means don't dream, right?
Yes.
Don't have your desire to do what you want to do. Pay attention to what some external authority wants you to do. In the same way that we lose touch with honor, which is, you could say, your heart on, Heart on. Your desire, think of it as your heart on, right? Or your unmistakable physical desire, or your sexual desire for life. You know, both of those things are not convenient for civilization,
right?
For order, for your boss, your teacher, your parents, you know, so on and so on. So reclaiming this is something that is, you know, it's taboo in a way to actually really ask yourself, what do I really desire? I know for me to
and it's, yeah, I just think of the conversation I had with Frank yesterday, a friend, and we're just talking about, I'm just asking him, now, what do you really want? He's with a woman, and I say, what is it that you really want? And it's like he cannot even answer the question anymore. And the first thing that he says is she would not accept that. And I say, what would she not accept? You know?
Yes.
But it's not even.
Can't even speak it.
Can't
even speak it.
You know?
Yes.
What is it? If you know you were a success, what would it be that you want? If you know that accepted anything that you want, what would it be? And it's like, that exercise is one that
it was a long journey for me to really, on a regular basis, like, face what I want, what I desire, not what I want. I think of want as like a lacking. I'm wanting this. I'm without this. But a desire is the opposite. A desire is a having.
Right.
I have this desire. Like when you have a physical or sexual desire, it's really something you have, right? So
before you go on, I want to say, Frank, much love. You know, I'm just using as an example. He's great.
Yes.
He's a great man.
But it's a challenge for most of us, I would say, to really, because how convenient is it, even in a relationship, we hide our desire oftentimes because it could cause trouble. It could shake things up.
Yes.
Maybe she'll get upset, you know, so on.
Hey, we hide our erections.
Yes.
Even the physical thing.
Right?
We hide our erections, not to be shown, you know.
Right.
Man of endless Tesao gets taken down.
Yes. Yes.
So how do you...
Yeah, and I don't think it's any coincidence that this is actually a physical thing that many men deal with, the difficulty or inability to get an erection. And then they're trying to get it back.
Right.
They're trying to motivate themselves. They're trying to make their physical body be turned on to a woman or a life or an environment that does not turn them on.
Right.
And it was one of the, you blurted this out a bit ago, but that's something that was that he taught me, you know, full of laughter, but he taught me. He said the penis never lies.
Right.
And what he was speaking to was, and for me it was magical, because there were women in my life who I think, well, she's beautiful, you know, she's this, she's. Why am I not, like, physically showing that I'm, like, feeling this attraction for her? Like I want her, right? I don't have her. She's beautiful. I want her. Like, my ego, my whatever. Right. She'd look great, you know, walking down the street with her or whatever. But I didn't have that Tesao for her. And so it was this, and I noticed all these ways that I would try to get myself to have Tesao for a woman or for a project or whatever. And so when he said the penis never lies, it's like he was also inviting me to pay attention to what really turns you on.
Right.
And I would notice, like when I would notice I'd be in the presence of a woman who, she didn't meet whatever standards I had developed for, like, she's a gorgeous woman or whatever. But I'd be like, oh, how I feel in the presence of this woman. Wow, like there's magic here. Or, there's real, there's something real here. And it opened up a whole new world for me.
Right.
When I started tracking that Tesao inside of myself. And it's part of what opened for me in Africa, and then it was a big part of what led me away from the U.S. and on my journeys.
It's in a way a moving away from, like, say, a performance mentality and a performance anxiety.
Yes.
Am I going to do it well? Am I doing it well by society standards, by her standards?
Right.
And the anxiety that is around that, into, like, relaxing into what is, and this inner guidance that's always there, and then we stop listening, And
that one thing transformed my life. It could transform many men's lives.
What, the penis never lies?
Yep. But hunting the Tesao,
right,
and stop all kind of trying to make yourself be
a certain way.
It sounds cliche, but who others think you should be.
Yes.
People say just be yourself. That's so cliche, but on the one side is the penis never lies, meaning pay attention to your desire. Don't try to make yourself be turned on or excited for something that you're not like there's a wisdom in your biology.
Right.
Like your cells are coming alive with a certain woman.
Your body has wisdom.
Or yes. Or genius.
Yes.
Right? Or for a certain project or a certain culture, or like there's real genius there. So much more than this mind oftentimes.
Right.
That's been trained to think a certain way and to get you to behave in a civilized manner.
Right.
Or to be the good son, father, student, employee, citizen, Christian, whatever. And that one bit of wisdom can revolutionize.
With me, like, be yourself, because I think it's great. Greek gnotiseuton, know thyself, and goes together. And for me, it doesn't mean at all like don't change. Quite the contrary, but that the guidance for your change is that inner compass, that inner guidance, instead of like what society's thinking, how you think you should be, and shape you, because that comes with performance anxiety. Instead, to listen to this and fully hunt that down, try to feel where it is and celebrate that, hunt it down, cultivate that. Yeah, that to me is being yourself.
Yes. Yeah. So those two major guiding forces in my life is Tesao and honor. The heart on and the heart on. Get a heart on for life. That's honor.
Nice.
Yeah. That inner yes expressed in two very different ways.
What is the heart on then? The heart on. Like if the physical, if the sense, if the inner guidance is that sense of like, hell yes, like I can feel it. I have a desire for this. My body, my full body is saying yes to this. This is the way. Okay, this is the heart on. What is the honor, the heart on then? What sense is that? Is that a physical thing? Is that a...
Yes, absolutely. It's a warmth in the chest that just brings it like a peace. But it also, you feel it, that warmth is like everything's like feels united, strong. There is a sense of power there, and it is very much like an inner. You feel like affirmed by the path that you're on or by the thing that you're standing for. And it's just how it feels. And it's a real thing. It's a biological phenomenon.